Hi, I'm Denise. I'm a single mom of two beautiful kids, Emma and Lucas, ages 7 and 9. Life wasn't always easy, but we had our routine down. I worked from home as a freelance graphic designer, which meant I could be there for school pickups, homework time, and all those little moments that matter. My sister Rachel had always been the golden child in our family. Perfect job, perfect house, perfect husband. The only thing missing? Kids. She'd been trying for years with no success, and I knew it ate at her. "Denise, can I pick up Emma and Lucas from school today?" Rachel asked during our weekly phone call. "I'm in your neighborhood anyway." "Sure, that'd actually be great," I said, juggling my laptop and a cup of coffee. "I have a client deadline at 3. "Perfect! I'll take them for ice cream after. We'll be back by 5. "You're the best, Rach. The kids love their Aunt Rachel time. They're so easy to love. Emma was telling me about her science project yesterday. She's so smart, Denise." "She gets that from her mother," I joked. "You're doing an amazing job with them. I mean it." "Thanks. That means a lot, especially coming from you." "What's that supposed to mean?" "Nothing bad. Just that you always seem to have everything figured out. Sometimes I feel like I'm barely keeping my head above water. Every parent feels that way, Denise. You're doing better than you think." That was 3 months ago, back when I thought my sister was just being helpful. Last Tuesday, everything changed. I was at my friend Marissa's house, venting about work stress over wine. "So, Rachel's been helping out a lot lately?" Marissa asked, refilling my glass. "Yeah, like 3 or 4 times a week. She takes them to the park, helps with homework. Honestly, I don't know what I'd do without her." Marissa shifted uncomfortably. "Denise, I need to tell you something. I saw Rachel at the county clerk's office last week." "Okay, maybe she was getting a marriage certificate copy or something." "No, hun, she was in the family court section, with a lawyer." My stomach dropped. "What?" "I only noticed because I was there getting my divorce papers. She didn't see me, but I heard her talking to the lawyer about finalizing adoption paperwork and documentation of abandonment. That's impossible. She wouldn't—" "Denise." Marissa grabbed my hand. "She had photos of Emma and Lucas. A whole folder." "What kind of photos?" "School pictures, playground photos. Some looked like they were taken without you knowing." "This doesn't make sense. Why would she need adoption papers?" "That's what I'm trying to tell you. I heard her say something about establishing a pattern of neglect to her lawyer." "Neglect? I'm not neglecting my kids. I know that, but she's building some kind of case. You need to look into this." I couldn't breathe. "I need to go home. Now." "Want me to come with you?" "No, I need to think. I need to figure out what's happening." I burst into my house and went straight to my home office, pulling every document I had. Birth certificates, custody papers from my ex, medical records. Everything was where it should be. My phone rang. "Mom." "Denise, sweetie, we need to talk," Mom said, her voice strained. "Did you know about this? About Rachel?" Silence. Then, "She came to us last month, said you were struggling, that you'd asked her to take the kids temporarily." "What? Mom, I never—" "She had papers, Denise. Legal-looking documents. She said you were overwhelmed, maybe depressed. Your father and I thought we were supporting you by supporting her." "I can't believe this. Where's Dad?" "Right here." Dad's voice came through. "Rachel told us you signed temporary guardianship papers, said you needed space to get your life together. I never signed anything. When did she show you these papers?" 3 weeks ago, Mom said quietly. "She said you were too embarrassed to tell us yourself." "And you didn't think to call me? To ask me directly?" Dad cleared his throat. "Rachel said you'd deny it, that you were in denial about your situation." I was shaking. "What situation?" "I'm fine. The kids are fine. This is insane." She showed us pictures of the house looking messy, screenshots of you complaining about being tired. "Every parent complains about being tired." Mom's voice cracked. "She seemed so sincere, honey. She said she was trying to help without hurting your pride." When exactly did this conversation happen? What did she say? "She came over for Sunday dinner. Brought a whole presentation. Photos, documents, even a timeline of incidents where she claimed you'd called her crying. I never called her crying about the kids. She played us a voicemail, Denise. Your voice, saying you couldn't handle it anymore. That was about a work project. I was stressed about a deadline, not about being a mother. Dad sighed. She took it out of context? Completely. What else did she tell you? Mom hesitated. She said Emma told her you sometimes forget to pack lunches. Once. I forgot once because I was sick with the flu. And that Lucas said you fall asleep during his bedtime stories. Because I work 12-hour days to keep a roof over our heads. None of this means I'm a bad mother. We're starting to see that now, Dad said quietly. I need to see these documents. Can you send me photos? Of course. Denise, if we were wrong, you were wrong, Mom. So wrong. 20 minutes later, the photos arrived. My signature perfectly forged. Statements about my inability to provide adequate care. A psychological evaluation I never underwent. And adoption papers, preliminary adoption papers, with Rachel listed as the adoptive parent. I called my friend James, a family attorney. James, I need help. Emergency. Denise, what's wrong? I explained everything in a rush. Slow down. Send me everything you have. This is fraud, possibly kidnapping if she attempts to take the kids. We need to move fast. What do I do right now? Document everything. Every interaction. Record conversations if your state allows it. It does. Good. Don't confront her yet. We need evidence of her intent. Does she have the kids today? No, they're at school. I'm picking them up myself. Keep it that way. No more unsupervised visits. I'll file for a restraining order and alert the court about the fraudulent documents. Can you come to my office tomorrow morning? I'll be there at 8. Bring everything. Every text, email, photo. We're going to bury her in evidence. James, she's my sister. She stopped being your sister when she tried to steal your children. This is war, Denise. Are you ready for that? I thought about Emma and Lucas. Yes, I'm ready. Rachel called that evening. Hey, Denise, can I grab the kids Saturday? I was thinking the zoo. No. Pause. What? I said no, Rachel. You can't see them anymore. What? Why not? Did they do something? Cut it out. I know about the adoption papers, the fake documents, all of it. Long silence. Then her voice changed, sharper. I don't know what you're talking about. County clerk's office. 3 weeks ago. You want to keep lying? Denise, you're clearly confused. I have the documents, Rachel. The ones you showed Mom and Dad. With my forged signature. Her breathing quickened. Okay, look. I can explain. You're overwhelmed. You said yourself you were tired. Being tired doesn't mean I'm abandoning my children. You're struggling financially. I heard you on the phone with your landlord. I was negotiating payment dates, not abandoning my kids. How long have you been planning this? Planning. Denise, I'm trying to help. Emma and Lucas deserve stability. They have stability. With me. Their mother. You're barely keeping it together. I've seen the house, the way you zone out when they're talking. Every parent zones out sometimes. That's not grounds for stealing someone's children. Rachel's voice turned cold. Maybe not. But the court will see a single mother, working from home, isolated, struggling. And they'll see me. Stable marriage, financial security, a real home? Based on forged documents? Who says they're forged? You've been under stress. Maybe you don't remember signing them. You're delusional. Am I? Or am I the only one seeing clearly? You can barely afford that apartment. I can give them private schools, college funds, opportunities. They don't need those things. They need their mother. Do they? Or do they need someone who can actually provide for them? You're not taking my children. We'll see what the court says. I have documentation of neglect. Fabricated documentation? Prove it. My lawyer says I have a strong case, especially with your parents supporting the adoption. They don't anymore. I showed them the truth. Silence. Then, you turned them against me? You turned them against yourself by lying. Denise, please. I just want what's best for Emma and Lucas. We can share custody, co-parent. No! You tried to steal my children. There's no coming back from that. I made a mistake. People make mistakes. Don't I deserve forgiveness? Not for this. Never for this. You're being unreasonable. I'm being a mother, something you'll never understand. Her voice turned venomous. You'll regret this. When social services shows up, when your landlord gets calls, when your clients mysteriously drop you, you'll wish you'd been reasonable. Is that a threat? It's a promise. If I can't have those kids, I'll make sure you can't either. Try it. My lawyer already has this conversation recorded. Keep threatening me, Rachel. Build my case stronger. You're recording this? Every word, including the part where you admitted to fabricating evidence. The line went dead. James filed criminal charges the next day. Fraud, forgery, attempted kidnapping. The police took my statement, and Detective Morrison was assigned to the case. Miss Denise, walk me through the timeline again, Detective Morrison said in the interrogation room, recording device on the table. I explained everything, showing him the forged documents, the recorded phone call with Rachel's threats. This is serious. Document fraud, threatening a parent, conspiracy to commit kidnapping. We'll need to interview your sister. What happens to her? If convicted, prison time definitely. This isn't a civil matter anymore. She crossed into criminal territory. How much time are we talking? Each count carries different sentences. Fraud, 2 to 5 years. Forgery, another 2 to 5. Attempted kidnapping, 5 to 10. They could run concurrent or consecutive depending on the judge. So she could be in prison for years. That's up to the court. But yes, this is serious. Your sister didn't just make a mistake. She orchestrated a complex fraud scheme. They arrested Rachel 2 days later. Mom called, crying. Denise, please. She's your sister. Can't you drop the charges? Mom, she tried to steal my children. She was desperate. She just wanted a family. So she decided to destroy mine? No, Mom. Actions have consequences. Your father and I raised you both to forgive. And you also raised us not to steal, forge documents, or threaten people. She made her choice. Dad got on the phone. The lawyer says she could get 5 to 10 years. Good. Denise, that's harsh. She threatened to sabotage my life, Dad. To destroy my livelihood and reputation so I couldn't care for my own kids. That's not a mistake. That's calculated cruelty. She's still your sister, still our daughter. Then you raised someone who became a criminal. I'm sorry about that, but I won't let sympathy put my children at risk. What about family? Emma and Lucas are my family. They come first, always. Rachel's lawyer called requesting a meeting. I brought James. My client wants to apologize, the lawyer said. She's willing to admit wrongdoing in exchange for reduced charges. No deal, I said. Miss Denise, she's prepared to offer compensation, therapy, whatever you need. I need my sister to face the full consequences of her actions. She made a mistake out of desperation. She made a choice. A calculated, deliberate choice to destroy my family. There's no apology that fixes that. Rachel sat in the corner, mascara running. Denise, please. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking clearly. You were thinking very clearly. You hired a lawyer, forged documents, manipulated our parents, and threatened me. That takes planning. I just wanted what you have. So take it through legal means. Adoption agencies exist. Surrogacy exists. But no, you chose to steal. I'll do anything. Please. I'll move away. You'll never see me again. That's not enough. What do you want from me? Justice. I want you to face what you did. To sit in a cell and think about how you tried to rip 2 children from their mother. They would have been happy with me. They're happy with me. That's why you had to lie and forge documents. Because there was no legitimate case for taking them. Rachel's lawyer interjected. Miss Denise, vengeance won't heal your family. This isn't vengeance. It's accountability. There's a difference. The trial lasted 3 weeks. Rachel was convicted on all counts. Fraud, forgery, attempted kidnapping, and criminal threatening. The judge sentenced her to 7 years. 2 months later, Marissa and I were having coffee while Emma and Lucas played at the park. "How are you holding up?" Marissa asked. "Better? We started family therapy. The kids needed to process everything." "And your parents?" "They apologized. We're working on rebuilding trust. It'll take time." "You did the right thing, you know." "I know, but it doesn't make it easy. She's still my sister." "She stopped being your sister when she forged those documents." That's what James said. He's right. Family doesn't mean accepting abuse or theft. Lucas ran over. "Mom, can we get pizza tonight?" "Absolutely, buddy." Emma joined us. "Is Aunt Rachel really in jail?" "Yes, sweetie." "Good," Emma said firmly. "She was going to take us away from you." "But she can't now. You're safe." "We were always safe with you, Mom," Lucas said, hugging my leg. I blinked back tears. "Yeah, we were." Marissa smiled. "You fought for them. That's what matters." "I'd do it again in a heartbeat." "I know you would. That's what makes you a good mother." The past doesn't define us. The choices we make moving forward do. Rachel made hers and I made mine. Some betrayals can't be forgiven. And that's okay. What would you do if a family member tried to steal your children? How would you protect your family? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget,